at the end of the day, if you're looking for exposure to silver, silver equities are a leverage way to get that exposure, and we have a lot of silver in the ground and we're finding more.
Welcome back to Liberty and Finance. We're here at the Rule Symposium on Natural Resources Investing in Boca Raton, Florida, and this time we're with an old friend. We're speaking with our representative of Dolly, Varden Silver, Shawn KhunKhun. Shawn, thanks for coming back on Liberty and Finance.
Thanks for having me.
We've never been on the video physically together before. It's always been remote, so this is a treat. And everybody knows here on our viewing audience why we're here this week, to meet companies that have been hand-selected by Rick Rule with all the diligence that he always does on companies, on their balance sheet, their management team, their resources, and that he's invested in them. So, and our audience is also familiar with you, but maybe some of you who are watching this may be new here to Liberty and Finance, but Shawn's been on several times in the past talking to us about a critical shortage of silver for the upcoming demand, talking about how he takes a big ownership stake in increasing that in the company Dolly, Varden Silver itself, and about their high-grade deposits. So without stealing any of your thunder, I think you've got some recent news that just come out, if you want to let our viewers know about that.
Yeah, I think the best way to, because your audience is growing all the time, and maybe just to recap what Dolly Varden is, and what our vision is, what we're focused on. So I think it's important to understand the people behind the company that are driving the company. And so I've been working with junior mining companies for the past 20 years, and my experience building gold mining companies has brought me to focus on silver. And so 3 years ago, I took over Dolly Varden. Dolly Varden's got a rich history. It was a past producer. The project has been known about and has been a very significant part of the Golden Triangle's history in Northwest BC. But I'll just summarize what I've accomplished over the last 3 years, what we've done and where we're going. So the company was valued at $20 million in 2020. And I've come in and I've brought in some tremendous shareholders. So we've got shareholders like Hecla Mining, which is America's largest silver producer. We've also got Eric Sprott and other institutional investors. So I've raised about $65 million with very strategic investors that understand my vision, that are aligned with me to help build this company. They understand that as mining companies go out and reduce their mineral inventory through production, they're looking to replace that inventory. So we're securing the world's supply of future silver. And we've grown our resource from about 40 million ounces to 140 million ounces. We've done that through exploration. We've also done that through acquisition. So we've raised money. We've made some acquisitions. We've made some big scientific breakthroughs, which has led to discoveries. And right now, we've got 4 rigs that are turning 24 hours a day. We're in the midst of a $20 million exploration program. It's the biggest the company's ever seen. And we're on the verge, we're on the cusp of putting out drill results. And what really drives companies in our category is growth. And if we can show that these deposits are open and growing and we're adding millions, maybe tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of ounces, it's going to increase the value of the company. So we're a company that has grown at a time where a lot of our peers have had some difficulty. And, this business is not without its challenges and risks, but I really think that because we have no debt, because we've got a significant amount of capital and we're applying it in a disciplined manner. We've got a tremendous technical team. I also think what really helps is we're supported by a real producer, and that producer's got some ground next to us, so they're committed to the area. And actually, they went hostile and tried to take the company over in the past, which is very interesting. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for exposure to silver, silver equities are a leverage way to get that exposure. And we have a lot of silver in the ground and we're finding more.
Yeah, that's one of the things that our viewers often remind me of, is how much they value real hard assets. They want something that you can trust, that you know is yours. And that's why it's exciting for them to consider being part owners in a company that already has real assets, real hard metal in the ground, and finding more on a recurring basis. It's quite a remarkable story. Rick Rule often tells our viewers that he likes to follow companies that are serially successful. And it seems like sometimes for other companies that means discovering things in different parts of the world or whatever, but it's like you guys just keep discovering more right under your feet. It's really remarkable.
What's interesting is I tasked one of our young geologists with bringing me every piece of data and putting it into really what I'd describe as a story form in terms of why are we having so much success on the, like, explain this to me. Why couldn't other companies do this in the past? And basically it comes down to there was a fractured ownership. So what we've done, and the reason we've been so successful just focusing here, is we've methodically built out a land package, and where previous explorers had made a discovery, they weren't able to follow up on that discovery because the neighboring claims were held by another individual, another prospector, another company. And over the years, we've slowly, methodically, and some of these acquisitions, we spent 50 million Canadian dollars. So some of these acquisitions have been large, but some of them have been small and some of them have been staked. And but we've now consolidated. So, our first phase of growth was through making these acquisitions and consolidating everything. And we're not just consolidating where silver is in the ground. We are purchasing the surface rights to where a future port will be, where the surface, the road access, having the special use permit so that we can improve the road. So we're thinking strategically about the future, how the area will be developed. And so it makes Dolly Varden a critical component in the future development of this region. And this region is home to about 200 million ounces of gold discovery, over 1 billion ounces of silver discovery. And the question we're trying to answer, is there 1 billion ounces of silver on our property? We know there is in the region, and we've got 140 million ounces on our ground, but does it have the potential to host 2, 3, 4, 5 times that amount?
Well, the story has been quite enjoyable so far. I mean, your head of information for investors sends out periodic press releases. We've been following this story in between interviews that we've done, and it's just been it's the kind of thing that just keeps you getting more excited as you go. So we're grateful for your update here, and we'll put the link to the company website and the stock information in the description of this video. So folks, seriously, you got to consider this is a proven company that's got real quality and got management buy-in and great backing from another major company. So it's got all the right stuff going for it, in addition to the geologically right stuff in the ground as you continue to discover and the stories keep coming in. So Shawn KhunKhun of Dolly Varden Silver, thanks for joining us again on Liberty and Finance.
I hope you have me back when we've got some drill results to talk about.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
That would be lovely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shawn.
All right.
This is Kaiser Johnson with Liberty and Finance, and this is the Miles Franklin Weekly Special for August 28th through September 4th, 2023, while supplies last. This week we feature your choice 1-ounce silver rounds at just $2.50 over spot. Choose between the Silver Buffalo or Silver Asahi rounds, both at $2.50 over spot, both 22 a tube, and both 500 to a box. The Silver Buffalo is made by various private mints across the U.S., with a design based on James Earl Fraser's iconic Buffalo nickel. These 3/9 fine rounds are highly recognizable and one of the most trusted types of bullion rounds available. Next, the Asahi Refinery continues the legacy of famed private mint Johnson Matthey, which they purchased in 2015 and refined with the same attention to detail, cementing their status as an LBMA certified supplier. Their 1-ounce rounds are also 3/9 fine and also on sale for just $2.50 over spot. Additionally, the Asahi rounds are IRA eligible. If you'd like to learn more about a precious metals IRA, call us, and we'll be happy to help you in that process. To order our specials or any of the many other options we have available, call us at 1-888-81-LIBERTY. That's 1-888-815-4237. We're available after hours and on weekends, and we look forward to speaking with you.